Hey guys, we're joined by Meg. Meg has been absolutely crushing it inside of my transformation program. She's super coachable. She does everything, I ask her to do, and she's getting some great results. And so she's here to share her journey with you guys, how the program's been working for her, what are her results, and inspire more of you guys to take action on your fitness. And so Meg, good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely. Good
Maybe you
morning.
can quickly take 30 seconds and introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Meg Moore. I'm a career and leadership coach. I live in the San Diego area. I work from home. And I was super excited to find you and work on some health and fitness this year.
Awesome, awesome. And everyone has different journeys. Some people have a good foundation that's built like yourself. You used to run marathons and you have a good foundation with fitness setup. Other people are starting, more from like ground zero from scratch. And so for you, before joining our program, like where were you starting off from? And where was your health at before joining a program, and what were some of those challenges?
Yeah, I think for me, I was someone who, and just for the record, I've only done one half marathon. I've never run a marathon, but
Mhm.
but I run regularly. I have a running partner I run with once a week.
Mhm.
And I would do yoga once a week. Like I felt generally healthy. But also over the past couple of years, as I'm getting older, I just turned 50 in November. And
You
so
don't
in
look
20,
50.
yeah, this is what 50 looks like. I'm just saying. In 2022 and 2023, I'd had some sort of medical issues
Mhm.
that set me back a little bit on my fitness, some things I needed to take care of. And then because I turned 50, November and December, always big eating and drinking months anyway with the holidays. I mean, it
Mhm.
was pretty much a party from like November 1st to January 2nd.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, in addition to sort of being aware, I wanted to pay more attention to my physical fitness and my weight. Those 2 months, I was like, okay, it's, it's time to focus on that. And when I came to you, I was the most I'd ever weighed. And I wanted a program that would help me lose weight, but that wasn't super restricted. Like that, I had done other diets. I wanted something that felt like I could integrate it into my life
Mhm.
for the rest of my life.
Absolutely. From American Thanksgiving to the New Year is the hardest time to improve our fitness, right? Parties, get together, it gets
Yeah.
busy, right? And also, it's flu season, right? It's dark, it's depending on where you are, rainy, snowy, right? And so you decided to take action on your fitness. Starting right on January the 1st or January the 2nd, you decided to join our program. And you're right, there's a lot of different programs out there that are really restrictive. I like to say, the more restrictive a diet, maybe you'll lose a bunch of weight over the next 30 days, but because it's so restrictive, you're not able to do it long term. It oftentimes people gain the extra weight back, right? And so I take more like a long term approach, building the right habits, right? Making sure that my members, they're taken care of, keeping them accountable. And you've just, integrated everything. I barely have to, check on you too much, right? You're super consistent with sending me your meals, following the
Mhm.
guide, showing up to the workouts, right? And so, after joining my program, like what have you found that's been working for you? Like, what about our program that you like?
Well, one of the funny things is when we first met and you were like, oh, and we work out 5, 6 days a week, I was like, sure. And in my head, I'm like, there is no way I'm going to work out 5 or 6 days a week. So I think the biggest surprise and something I like is I am actually doing that. And
Yes,
one of
and even
the
more than that, you're like
yeah,
running on
well,
the
and
side
you're
as
right,
well.
because I do yoga or I'll go for a run on sometimes on my off day. I try and take at least one sort of no other than walking day each week. But I, I remember when we first started, one of the things you said to me, because I work from home, we talked about one of the benefits of working from home is the flexibility, but that might mean we don't have routines, which is a challenge for me. And
Mhm.
so when I looked at the options for working out, 7 a.m. was the best fit for me in terms of my schedule. And I knew I don't like to work out right away in the morning. So I knew like I would have time to get up and wake up a little bit. And so that for me, the consistency of that workout, like you just sort of talking about like pick a time and try that and see if that works for you. And it
Mhm.
did. So um I like that. I've been working out. I'm pretty good with following either a live or a video 5 or 6 days a week. And
Yes.
um, that surprises me. But I think what I like about it is, I came for losing weight and to be stronger. I love that the workouts involve a lot of strength and weights, and especially for women who are aging, that's really important to keep our muscles strong. Um, but what I love is I feel better. Like my energy is higher. I'm sleeping much better.
Absolutely.
So I think those are some of the things. And the food, I'm losing weight. So I know already there's going to be some restriction because I'm taking in fewer calories. But I find the program really easy to follow. I use the cookbook.
Yes.
So
I even let you drink on the weekend.
What's that?
I even let you drink on the weekend.
I know. That's
in moderation, of course.
And I think for me, that's part of what I was saying before. I wanted something where I didn't feel like I don't want to do something that I can't maintain. And I did actually not drink at all in January, which was not, I guess it was intentional, but that wasn't my plan going in. So I think that was helpful. But I also was like, I go out on the weekends. I don't have kids. My husband and I enjoy really good food and drink. And so I was like, I don't want to be in something where I can't do that. And then suddenly I'm doing it again and I'm gaining all the weight back. So and the other thing I love is I'm really responsive to accountability. So
yes,
when you say, let's try this, I'm like, aye, like, let's try it. And I do it. And then like all of the check-ins and, like taking the pictures of the food and doing those things, for me, I really like that. And so that works really well for me because it does keep me, and I'm a coach. I work with other human beings. Yes. When we're telling someone else, we're more likely to do it. Like that's just the way we work as social creatures. So I really like the accountability of the program. And I think that's been one of the most helpful things for me is I'm sending you pictures. And Coach Patrick, I will say this, you're very responsive. So, like if there's something you see that might be like, hey, maybe don't have 2 pieces of toast or even a little bit more when you're like, I noticed you didn't eat a carb. You might want to add a carb. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. So I appreciate that. But also like when I've had missteps and everyone's going to, I've definitely I've had multiple times where I'm like, well, that not so good this weekend. That your responsiveness of, what did you learn? What might you do differently? How are you feeling now? Like, what are the habits you've created already? That's really helpful to me. Like, there's not like a shame, like you're a bad
positive
person.
Reinforcement.
Yeah, a lot of positive reinforcement. And so that also works for me.
Great. It sounds like there's lots of different elements you're liking. You're liking the accountability. You're surprising yourself that you can work out, 5 days a week, which is awesome. Yeah. And that's actually easier than doing it like 3 times a week because you get into that daily routine of it where you don't even have to think about it. All right, 7 a.m. is going to be my workout. For some people, they keep up that routine long term. For some people, after they finish their weight loss phase, they slim down to 3 times a week, right? The weight loss phase is a little bit more intense, but it's not forever, right?
Yeah.
Once you finish that, then we scale back, into the maintenance and into a lifestyle that you can maintain long term. It sounds like you're enjoying your nutrition and your food, right? I like to say, instead of having the all or nothing mentality, we want moderation, right? Instead of going, all in on alcohol or, nothing at all, moderation, 1 or 2 drinks a week, enjoy yourself, right? And then after the weekend passes, back on track on Monday, and then you notice, okay, maybe I'm up a few pounds over the weekend. That's fine. When we get back on the program on Monday, the weight's going to stabilize and come back down. And then it also sounds like, you're liking the accountability. There's always 2 things that works in any type of program that we do, doesn't matter any area you want to grow in, right? We need accountability, right? You look at the best athletes in the world, they're the best because they have the best coaches keeping them accountable. Even professional athletes sometimes don't want to wake up in the morning and do a workout, right? But they do because they have a team, of people to help them. And then the second thing is community, right? Having people to do it with, right? Journeying with other people, inspiring other people, motivating other people. We do it as a community. And so those things are really important. And I love working with other coaches and other leaders because they like to be led. They have a growth mindset, right? And so you've embodied all of that, and that's why you're getting some great results, right? We're all like only 2 months into the program, 2.5 months into the program, and you've got some great results. And so share with us, what are your results so far, Meg?
Yeah, so my weight loss results are I'm over 10 pounds. I hit the 10 pounds a couple weeks ago. And the other thing I love too is I plateaued a little bit, and like it's just like, that's all right, just stay with it, keep up the healthy habits. So I'm now over 10 pounds, getting close to the 15-pound mark. So that feels,
Yes.
the weight loss feels really good,
Yes.
which is great. And then, like I said, I'm sleeping better. I have more energy in the afternoons. Like I just noticed those changes. And that's, to me, even, I mean, the weight loss was my main motivation for joining, but those other benefits have been great. Like I haven't slept this well in a long time. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that I'm moving my body more and all of those other things. So it's
Amazing.
those benefits are
Amazing.
great too. Yeah.
I'm very, very happy for your results. And there's a stat out there that said the same amount of the same happiness that you achieve, like winning $1 million, or let's say earning $1 million a year or whatever, is the same level of happiness as just getting a full night of sleep consistently, right? 7 to 8, maybe even 9 hours of sleep. And so, it's like you've won the lottery,
Yeah, it
And
is.
so I'm very happy about that. And for you losing, over 10 pounds and closing in on your 15-pound mark, for your age bracket, between the ages of 45 to 55 is the hardest age to lose weight. Hardest, right? Because our bodies, transitioning through menopause, right? Metabolism has slowed down, as we get older, bad habits, can creep up over the previous several decades, and so this is the time where it's the hardest to lose weight. So for you, achieving the milestone that you've achieved is equivalent to someone in their 20s losing like 20-30 pounds, right? So
Yeah.
it's huge.
Yes, absolutely.
It's huge. Nice work.
And
And so
it is huge. I was stuck kind of at a different weight, at a higher weight for a long time. So this is the first time in probably 3 or 4 years I've been at the weight I'm at now. So that feels great.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, we're getting younger. You're
Yep.
aging like fine wine. For everyone that's watching this and they made it this far in the video, and maybe they resonate with your story, like, hey, I'm a woman in my 50s, or hey, I'd like to lose some weight, or hey, I own a business and I'm super stressed out and busy and I don't know how I can fit in the daily workouts. For someone that's on the fence looking to improve their fitness, what would you say to them?
I think, for me, like the top layer is that the food that I'm eating, I'm enjoying, and I'm getting to have, I have multigrain toast at lunch or with breakfast. Like, so for me, I don't feel like I'm cutting every single thing out. And that for me was really was one reason that got me interested of as I was looking at the program, I'm like, okay, this seems like something I can maintain. And then I think, to me, it's been such a surprise. So I wouldn't have known without doing it that I could actually work out 5 days a week. And I think too,
Yes.
keeping in mind the workouts are not long. And I was definitely the person who would join the gym and go for 2 months and then a year later be like, I guess I should cancel this waste of money I've been on this membership. And so for me, the other thing I like about it is the workouts are live. They're virtual, right? But they're live. So I get to see you, or I get to see Coach Emily. And I have some weights. I got some used weights at the Play It Against Sports or whatever, right?
Yep.
So that I
You
have
got a whole
those.
home gym now.
Yeah, right. And so I think for me, the realization of oh, this is actually better for me than joining a gym because it fits into my schedule more easily. And it's easier for me to get up and just do the workouts at 7, or on Saturdays, if I do a video, do that in the morning. And so I think that's the other thing, being a busy person, that I've found that this fits best in my schedule, and it doesn't require me to drive somewhere and be somewhere else. And so the food, the workouts, and if someone were, I just think, like I said, I was surprised by some of the other benefits. I didn't join this thinking I'm going to sleep better. But I think there's a lot of things that will happen, whatever it is for each person,
Yep.
as they're getting healthier and working out. So to me, I'm
Amazing.
like, go for it.
Amazing. Whatever you track, it gets better. And sleep is one of those things that we do track together.
Yep.
And so super proud of you, Meg. Thanks for inspiring all of us. For everyone that's watching, I want to leave you a small gift. It's my metabolic meals guide. It's my 5-day meal guide to boost metabolism and to burn fat fast. There's workouts in here. There's recipes. There's my 3-step formula to boost metabolism. If you want a copy, just either click the link below, reach out to me on social media. It's at Coach Patrick Liu. Grab a free copy. I also have a YouTube channel. I have hundreds of free workouts there that you can check out. And if you're serious about, improving your health and fitness, just like Meg, reach out to me and my team. Would love to have a conversation with you and, give you as much value as I can. And so Meg, thanks for coming on, inspiring us, sharing with us your story. And we're wishing you all the best moving forward.
Thank you.
If you like this video, you definitely want to check out the next one by clicking right here.